You can have a DJ gig every single week on Twitch. So if you're struggling to find DJ gigs, well then start creating them for yourself and at the same time build a mad community around you. Let's find out how. Today I want to talk about live streaming. And for me, there's only two real platforms when it comes to streaming for DJs, and that's Twitch and YouTube. Both have really great options for streaming, and they also have a load of pros and cons against them, especially when it comes to new beginners. For those that are new to this channel, know that I love YouTube for DJs. And if you didn't see this video talking about how you should set up your own YouTube channel as a DJ, you should go and check it out next, because I go in depth about how to start being a DJ on YouTube. Okay, let's talk streaming. There's only one really purpose-built live streaming platform, and that's Twitch. Yep, when you think about it, all the others have kind of added streaming on. Definitely with Instagram, definitely with TikTok, and even YouTube for that matter. Twitch was built for one thing and one thing only, and that's streaming. So for a streaming platform, it's pretty good. In 2020, I was signed up as a Twitch partner by the team at Twitch, which meant I was the highest level of Twitch. And today, 2 years on, I'm still streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the platform. And over those 2 years, I've learned so much about being a Twitch streamer. We've also discovered so many great Twitch DJs that have built crazy communities for themselves. We've watched their communities grow. We've been part of their communities. And this has allowed them to create opportunities offside Twitch. The good thing when it comes to live streaming is it makes content for other channels. You're essentially making 2 hours of video and audio content, which if you're clever and then you split that content down, it can make content for your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube, all in one place. And if you haven't checked out this video, I tell you how to make 100 pieces of content from a 2-hour piece of content. Since COVID, when everybody jumped on streaming, the streaming space has continued to thrive and grow since everyone's been back out there. Like I said, it builds communities. And also with Twitch, or YouTube for that matter, it can make a regular income for you. So today I want to break down the 7 big things that you need to know to learn about Twitch. Before we jump into those 7, the big thing is there's no algorithm. Twitch works on, if you've got people watching you, it pushes you to the top, which is a bit hard to manufacture at the start. So you have to drive lots of audience towards it, and you just build over time. So how are you going to do that? Well, number 1, building out a schedule is so important when it comes to Twitch. As I mentioned, I stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 PM in the UK. And we've stuck to this right from the start, which means our community, our shed heads, know that I'm streaming at that time every week. Over the years, our regulars, who I absolutely love, have turned up in their different time zones because there's people all the time watching streams. So we've got people that watch us in America who have breakfast. People in Australia that are in the gym watching us late. In fact, for the breakfast one, we've even talked about having our own breakfast cereal, Sheddies, because we stream in my shed. So when it comes to building out a schedule, you need a schedule that's going to fit into your life. You need a schedule you can commit to. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is, really, because there's people online all over the world at any time, but it just needs to fit into your schedule. So if you choose Tuesday and Thursday at 5 PM each week, because you know that at that time, you've just got a space every week for the long foreseen future, then great. Maybe it's lunchtime in the UK because all the family's out, the kids are out, and you've just got a bit of quiet time where you can have an hour stream on your lunch break. Or maybe it's first thing in the morning before you go to work, because again, that's the just best time. I personally watch Twitch streams at all times of the day. Sometimes I wake up and I watch some of my West Coast friends that are streaming late into the evening from then the previous day, and I'm just there listening to them while I'm working away. It really works. But when it comes to a schedule, you want to commit to it, because if you turn up, the people will turn up to watch you. Number 2 is studio and setup. When you start streaming, I'd honestly just work out the time of day you're going to stream and start with the tech that you have and just start streaming. And I would do this for a couple of streams at least. Don't tell anyone you're going live. Just start streaming and get used to live streaming. Don't plan for it to be the best stream ever, because it won't be. It'll be terrible. You need to get used to the tech, the commands, everything that's around streaming. I can safely say this, when it comes to live streaming, anything and everything can go wrong at any time. We've had so many times over the years where we thought, we're great, we're good, we're set up, we're ready, and then it snowed outside and frozen the wire from the shed to the house, and the internet's not worked. And we've not been able to go live. That's obviously a pretty extreme example, but we've had other things. The camera's fallen over, the audio's not worked, something's not worked, but just get streaming and start learning. I've spoken to so many people that say, I'm going to start streaming next month, but just haven't. They still aren't doing, and procrastination's taken over. They're no further along their big game plan. Also, as part of this section, when it comes to studio, again, it doesn't matter.
Tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think.
As long as people can hear and see you, that's all that matters for the start streams. Maybe clear the clutter from the background, or if you've got a window light so that you can get light from the window to the side of your face, then great. When I started streaming, I just started on my desk with a camera and a mic, and that was it. And it worked. And people turned up and watched it. We then moved in here, the shed, And we have slowly built this up, changing and making iterations. The desks changed, the size changed, the backgrounds changed, the lighting's changed, the cameras changed, the mic stands have changed. But all this has happened over the last 2 years. Also, when it comes to those early streams, you're going to want to learn how to interact with the audience. The best streamers for me when it comes to DJs are ones that talk to your audience and have that interaction back and forth. So you're going to need a mic. There are streamers that just play tracks, but the best streamers are ones that have interaction. That doesn't mean you have to. You can just play music and just turn up. Lots of people do it. Number 3, software. When it comes to software, most of you as DJs and producers are going to use a tool called OBS Project, and you can download it from the internet for free. It's going to help you connect your audio and your visual to your computer. And then it's going to also connect you to Twitch with your logins. Really, really simple. Inside OBS, you have options to make multiple scenes, and scenes you set up before you start going streaming. So we'll have scenes for full screen. We'll have streams when we're doing demo streams on my Twitch, so we're side by side with the Discord. I'll have interview streams where it's me and the guest. But all those are set up pre-stream. And maybe when you're a DJ, you have different streams. So maybe you have different options for, full screen. Maybe you have different camera angles. Maybe you have a screen if you need to go to the loo or you need to step away from the decks and an animation comes up. But all of that you'll set up pre-stream. You can also get it to switch between streams with an auto switcher, which is quite complicated. And if you want to look at that, YouTube search that. Also for Twitch streaming, you can have different overlays. And an overlay will be what's around you while you're streaming. It might have some graphics in there. It might have some tally counts. What I would definitely do is I would go and watch lots of Twitch streamers and just dig in and watch loads of DJ stream and see what they have and see which ones you like. You can definitely buy packs of these. You can definitely do them, make them in Canva yourself. With all my overlays, we just make them in Canva quite simply. What I would do when you're thinking about streaming is set up a space where it's quite clear in the middle that you can then chop out for short form content for things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok that's completely unbranded, that you just fit into the middle. It will give you a nice, clean piece of content for those platforms. Number 4, hardware. When it comes to hardware, it depends what you're going to DJ on. If you're on a DJ controller and you can plug the USB in, then all you're going to need is your controller and your computer, camera, and a microphone. Or maybe you're going to just do it from your phone and you're going to have a clip-on mic which has got Bluetooth to your phone and you can stream straight to the platform there. If you're streaming from your phone, you may want to have a separate, maybe iPad to keep an eye on the chat. Or if you're on your computer, then maybe you want multiple monitors, one for the stream, one for the chat. If you're streaming through your phone, you're going to need a TRR8 cable, which connects the decks to your phone and takes the audio from the decks to the phone. You'll definitely want to make sure you can have power as well as, you might need an extra adapter for your phone that you can plug in the audio source and the power, because it does use a lot of power when you're streaming. Also, when it comes to streaming from your computer, I would get an Ethernet cable which connects to the router. This allows you to take direct internet source from the computer. Again, you might need an adapter if you're on a laptop. If you're on a controller that has a laptop, i.e. you're using Rekordbox, Traktor, Serato, then you're going to need a separate computer for streaming off of. Or you could use your phone. Also, when it comes to starting stream, I would do a speed test, and either from your computer or your phone, run the speed test app and see what internet connection you get. You want a minimum of 5 meg up to be able to stream properly. Number 5. Well, we are well on our way to become a Twitch streamer. Let's chat about Twitch streaming in general. When you start as a Twitch streamer, you start as a general streamer, and then you make your way up to affiliate, which basically once you become affiliate, then you can start earning revenue. And then when you've built your stream up even more, then you become a Twitch partner. To become an affiliate, you need 50 Twitch followers. You need to stream for 8 hours on 7 different days, and you need to have a minimum of 3 people watching you. Once you're an affiliate, then you can start earning things like subscriptions, which basically means people can subscribe to your channel and they give you a small fee to become a subscriber. Also, within streams, you can have things like gift subscriptions. So people can drop 5 packs of subscriptions, 10 packs, 20 packs, and these can ramp up. And this is where you can earn pretty good revenue from your streams. I've seen Twitch streamers that earn 200-300 gift subscriptions per stream. And if they're streaming 4 or 5 times a week, this is going to start to become a nice extra revenue. And every little helps, obviously. Then over time, as you build up your following, you become a Twitch partner, and then you'll earn a better revenue share. But there are some tiebacks to that where you can only stream to Twitch. When you finish your stream, Twitch has a great thing. It's called a raid. And basically, a raid allows you to take all the people that are watching your stream and you donate them to another stream. So you go and look at some streams that you might want to raid into and then send all your following over there. So it's a community thing. People send them to you and you send them back out. The other half of this is it's quite a nice act of kindness, and you can build relationships with other streamers, especially if you're raiding in and out regularly to each other. We tend to try to be a bit tactical with our raids. Sometimes we go into big streamers that have got loads watching because they might give you a little shout out and that might send some of their audience to come and watch you. We might raid into people that have got this sort of the similar people to watching to us so we can double their stream. Or sometimes we go really nice and if someone's only got one watcher, we'll go on raiding with a load of followers and then really boost their stream to help them out. There are also things called raid trains, and these are like big online events. And these are set up pre-stream and they'll have a schedule like an outside event. And essentially someone starts off the train and then at the end of their stream, they raid into the next person, they raid into the next person, they raid into the next person, they raid into the next person. Some of these trains, they need certain amounts of follow groups and certain amounts of people watching online for you to become part of them. But definitely reach out to people that you see in trains and to become part of their crew and part of their team. There are some great teams out there. And if you didn't see my interview with Steve Disco Newsom, check that out. He spoke about his raid team and his squads and how he looks for people to come part of the squad. Other things to think about when you're in stream, when you're things like an affiliate or partner, you can add emotes. And emotes are like your own version of your emojis. And you design these and you add them through the back end of Twitch. And you make them personal to your stream. And we've evolved ours over the time on our streams. You can set up bots to have alerts that pop up in your chat. Maybe this is driving people to a new release. Maybe it's driving to something else that's happening. Maybe they're driving to your Instagram or your TikTok. Down the way, if you've got regular guests and regular people that come into your chat, you might want to make them moderators or VIPs. And this kind of really intensifies the group community. The big thing when it becoming a streamer is building that community online. And it means you can also test things out. You can test out new records. If you're making stuff in the studio, you can test them out on your online audience in your stream. And you get real feedback because of the chat. It's also the perfect solution that people that have got a lot going on in their life. Maybe you're a bit older, maybe you want to DJ loads, but you don't want to be out there on the road. Maybe you're younger and you're just starting to learn, you're starting to develop your skills. Streaming is great practice for these things. Maybe you can come home from work, you stream for a couple of hours, hang out with some online friends. It's really, really good fun. These then friends will then support you in your other ventures. Okay, number 6. So you've done a couple of practice streams, you've sorted out your schedule and what's going to work for you. Now it's time to get started and actually get streaming and start announcing these streams. And as I said right at the start of this video, with Twitch, you need to bring your audience to you. There's no algorithm. Anyone that's going to turn up for your stream is someone that's going to come from your short form content or your short form audience or other places like your email database. What I would do when it comes to promoting these, I would think of them as normal gigs because it'd be good practice when you start promoting other gigs. How are you going to promote the content? What content are you going to make off of Twitch on your other platforms to promote these gigs? You can definitely release your schedule. Or for in our case, our schedule. Kudos to Harvest in our Discord. Maybe you're doing different ideas for your streams. Maybe your streams are based around different music concepts. I know streamers that will do house music and then they'll do a vocal house and then they'll do a piano house session and they'll go and hunt down different tracks for certain streams. And then also, as you're going along the way, you can ask your audience, which one should I do next? And give them choices and polls. Use the short form platforms like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, Facebook to send people to your stream and talk about your stream and tell them what's coming up, announce your schedule, maybe use clips from your previous streams to promote the upcoming streams. Maybe you've got a funny bits of your stream where things have just gone wrong or things have just gone a bit silly midstream and you clip those to kind of show what goes on in your streams, entice people in. Even if you've been doing your stream for a few weeks in your kind of quiet secret mode, you can even do an official big launch for your stream. No one's going to know that you've been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks in practice because that's usually just getting your tech right and everything else right. What I would do is work out your weekly strategy when it comes to content. Maybe your streams are on certain days and then your stream planning and your stream announcements come certain days before that, and then your after stream comes certain after that, but then that kind of rolls into next stream. And it's all around promoting your Twitch stream. One person I definitely would check out is Lavonda Rocks. I spoke to her on my Twitch stream recently. She's a really great Twitch streamer and she's also a Twitch stream coach. Go and check out her streams and what she's doing on Twitch and also her content on Instagram because she really does nail it when it comes to being a Twitch streamer. And number 7 is the after stream. What are you doing with your content after? Have you just streamed from your phone and therefore it's just going to live on Twitch on the VOD, which is your video on demand, and you're going to send your short form content to your video on demand to watch it again? Are you doing it on your computer and therefore you saved it to your hard drive and then you can cut it out for your other channels? Maybe you're going to make a version for YouTube, but all of that after clips and all those will then help push that next stream. If you want to become one of our shed heads, then please join my Discord server. The link is in the comments and I'll pin it in the comments as well. Join our Discord community, become a shed head. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we stream on Twitch. We do demo streams on Mondays. Wednesdays, we do interviews. And on Fridays, we review Instagram accounts. If that sounds like a bit of you, join our Discord community and I'll see you in the community.